Hi Scorpio, welcome to your love reading. I hope you're doing well. Okay, let's dive right in. Let's see what are the energies around us when it comes to overall love. And today we'll focus a little bit more on are there any potential blockers or anything that we need to bear in mind as we navigate these love energies, and therefore what is Spirit's advice for us on how we navigate through it. So we'll just take a slightly different approach to the spread today. Right, so let's see what's the overall energy around us when it comes to love. Okay, we've got a King of Crystals, which is the King of Pentacles in our energy. So strong Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. More Capricorn for me as a reader. Oh my God. So, you know that the theme of this week has been that there is a soulmate energy around us. A couple of days earlier, I titled a reading that said soulmate energy. And then yesterday's reading was like absolutely beautiful. We saw like that soulmate connection. We saw the Two of Cups, which was more like the energy around us for love in this week. And now we're seeing the King and Queen of Pentacles, so a divine counterpart. Okay, this week seems really interesting and very opportune for love. And for some of you who are not resonating with that, it doesn't have to be romantic love, though I think my readings and my channel is mostly on romantic love, and I do some career readings as well. But this, could be that you're kind of connecting with a higher version of your own self, because soulmates can often mean that. In the tarot, we often read counterparts or pairs like that it's like you rising to the occasion and meeting your higher self. Or, look, it's only Wednesday, so we've still got 4 days to go in this week. Keep those hopes high up and let's see who's showing up. And oh my God, doesn't get better than the Sun card, the happiest card in the tarot deck. This is beautiful, and I feel like something's getting illuminated for you, and something's like shining light on this whole pairing, this cosmic pairing that we see here. And look at that, the Wheel of Fortune is right underneath that. The timing has changed, Scorpio, for you when it comes to love. The timing is now right, is what I'm hearing. Now is, like sometimes we're manifesting and we're just not seeing the outcome of our manifestations. And I know a lot of us, including myself, we get very frustrated and you start to lose hope or you start to lose faith. And in fact, they say those are the exact moments where actually you have an opportunity to deepen your faith. Gabby Bernstein, the spiritual guru, often says that the people who have unwavering faith can wait without any anxiety because they just know that what is meant for them will come to them. But obviously not all of us are there yet in that level of commitment to our faith. And when I say faith, it can mean whatever you consider holy or sacred or larger than yourself, right? Could be religion for some, could be the universe for some others, could be just a belief in your own higher self, could be belief in your spirit team, whichever way it resonates with you. But I feel like this week and the energies that follow will help you understand why timing is such an important factor in manifestations, in how we crystallize our dreams. If you read a lot of books around romantic love or spirituality, it's always about, when you're ready, your teacher appears. And the teacher could be an experience, could be another person, could be whatever it is that you need to deepen your experience in this lifetime. So I feel this is all very divinely orchestrated, and I feel I say that almost in every reading of ours. The Sun is Leo energy, so maybe mid-July to mid-August is a very important time period, or think back to what was happening last July, last August. I don't know why I'm being guided to say that. I don't always get that from the Sun card. And as you would have noticed, some of you who've been watching me regularly, and thank you so much for the support, that I kind of tend to steer away from giving too many timing sort of indications through tarot. I feel like if you know astrology at a deep level, yes, you can absolutely use it for timing predictions. But tarot for me is such a visual and such a intuitive tool that I think its gift is not about deducing it to a certain month or a day or whatever, right? So even though, yes, we're checking energies for what's around us right now, but I'm sure you all appreciate that's very sort of transient and the way you resonate with that. Because a lot of people will find this reading much later, right? And that's when the message was meant for them. So, okay, this is cool. I'm seeing some really good energy around us that I don't even know if we should clarify or not. But let's see what additional messages our spirit team has for us on this. So we're seeing a king and queen of crystals and the sun. Okay, really cool. On the split, I've got the star and the 6 of cups. Okay, soulmate, destiny, wheel of fortune is here. Let's go with one round of clarifiers. Okay, what's the king of pentacles? The 2 of wands, expansion, growth, queen of pentacles. Ooh, 4 of wands, like doubling energy, 2 to the 4. Stability, marriage card, settling down, putting down roots. What's the sun? Oh, look at that, the hanged man. Now understanding things from this enlightened perspective. Really cool. And you got the 4 of cups. I think you're coming away from this time of feeling a little bit like blah, like things aren't really the bestest. 6 of wands, the lovers. Maybe you've not really been too victorious in love lately, but that is all about to change because we've got the judgment card, and right underneath that we have the Hierophant. I feel like a higher level commitment is here for you to examine, Scorpio. Now it'll be up to you whether you go for it or whether it showing up is proof in itself that your manifesting powers or your spirit team or your faith in your spirit team just deepens. And sometimes we get our manifestations just to deepen our faith, even though our lives might have moved on or our way of thinking about the situation might have moved on. So take it as it resonates. But this is all looking really good. This is like, you know, you've learned what you need to compromise. And I think what you need to compromise or what you've learned is that timing is not at your will, Scorpio. Timing is at the universe's will because its plan is always better than the plan that we can come up for ourselves. So that's one thing that you've learned from a different perspective. And that has actually helped you really think a lot about your long-term stability, where you want to put your roots down. And this could be, again, at a very spiritual realm. This could also be at a very tactical level, that where do I genuinely want to put my roots down and where do I feel most grounded? Okay, so let's see if there are any potential blocks to really manifesting abundance in our love life right now. Any potential blocks, though I think you've done a lot of inner work, Scorpio, and a lot of things have become super clear now. Any potential blocks to our love energies? The Fool. Okay. I'm hearing like don't be foolish about it. Okay. Let's see what else. 8 of Swords, being up in your head about something. We'll take one more. The Sun on top of the Sun. Interesting. Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Moon. So the Sun and the Moon now, right? So that, as you know from the reading that we did 2 days ago, it's also soulmate counterparts. Good energy to have both the Moon and the Sun in the same spread. It shows that something is getting illuminated, and what is illuminating is your fears around love, where you feel trapped by love, where you're hesitating and taking that leap of faith because, you know, she's just on the edge. But like, what's holding you back, Scorpio, is I think the question worth meditating on. What is still holding you back in fully diving into this concept of love or opening up your heart chakra, opening up the idea of being more vulnerable, more open? Like, what's holding you back? The Moon, the Hermit. I think you have been reflecting on this, or you're trying really hard to reflect on it, but there is so much pain underneath that with the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. Ouch. That adds up to a 10 of Swords. Something ended. You took a time out from the world. You really reflected on it. And I think you made really good progress in addressing your fears head on. But then you also got very scared of how deep that pain was taking you. And from a self-preservation standpoint, you pulled away. Which, you know, come on, it's totally rational. I totally resonate with that. But you know how Rumi said, like, the wound is where the light is. So I know, as scary as it sounds, you need to still go deeper and fully investigate that wound. And that's when you'll have your true unlock in love. And that's when you can truly dive in and have that brand new beginning in love. Take that leap of faith towards a person, towards a situation, towards yourself, and towards your higher self, and this happiness that awaits you. But I feel you're a couple of swords away from fully rationalizing the sun into your energy. The Emperor, Four of Cups, Two of Wands, Eight of Wands. I think you're trying to, maybe some of you are trying to take a very cognitive approach to something that really needs healing at an emotional level. With that Emperor, it's kind of like being stubborn about how I even want to go about my healing process. Like maybe some of you are just taking it in a very structured approach, but what Spirit Team needs from you is to actually open up a lot more in your heart and your feelings. So let's see, what is the advice from Spirit on how can we navigate these blocks? What's the advice from our Spirit Team? How can we navigate these blocks? The Moon again. Okay, so Sun, Moon. So definitely these fears, uncertainties, illusions, self-limiting beliefs. Ace of Pentacles. Begin again. Begin again. As hard as it might sound, Scorpio, there is something that you still need to investigate a little bit further, go deeper, have a brand new beginning. Six of Wands. Yeah, your victory is definitely guaranteed is what I'm hearing. Like, it's so hard to explain this cognitively, right? Because for somebody who's scared or somebody who's in this space of pain and fear, you can't really go up to them and say, hey, don't be scared. That doesn't work, right? That doesn't work because obviously everybody wants to feel better in life and nobody wants to be stuck in their fears. But that's what I'm trying to say, that rationally you can't convince your heart to feel better. How you can convince your heart to feel better is by giving it a different experience. And the experience that you're denying your heart right now is the experience of depth, is the experience of going further where it hurts. And I keep hearing that quote from Rumi, the wound is where the light is. So Scorpio, for the ones who are resonating with this reading, I know this might be slightly like difficult and emotional, but I think you know where your wound is. And I think you even know to what degree you've tried to heal the wound and to what degree it became too scary to go so deep into that darkness that you said, let me pull back. That's scary territory for me. Even for a Scorpio, that's just too intense for me. But this is an invitation for you. And, you can always do it with a support network, with somebody that you trust, maybe with, a trained professional, or if you need assistance in this process of going down to the deepest, darkest, level of this pain and this wounding. And you can have the Ace of Pentacles. You can have a brand new beginning in life when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to how you show up in the world. This is destined for you. And you might be thinking, gosh, I mean, how many lessons do I have to go through? Because, a Scorpio's life is pretty hard, let's be honest. It's all about transformation, closing cycles, opening new cycles. I mean, we have fun along the way, but I think the kind of soul-shaking, soul-stirring kind of experiences that the soul that chooses to be born as a Scorpio goes through is honestly at a whole different level than some of the other signs. And I mean, whatever. I mean, obviously it's like our soul chose to be born as a Scorpio in this lifetime. So the sooner we accept it, I think the better we can navigate with that situation. But the point that I'm trying to make is that this is definitely your birthright, Scorpio. The victory, the sunshine, the happiness. But the universe has intentionally brought you to your knees. And like I was saying, some of you must be like, I'm so tired of going through these cycles in love. But Scorpio, that is the format through which you get to this Sun and the Six of Wands and this brand new beginning. Six of Swords, right? Transition. You're in a transition period, and that's why it probably feels very uncomfortable, because the old new is trying to birth itself. Did I say the old new? The new is trying to birth itself. The old new is trying to shed that skin. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. 10 of Cups, King of Pentacles showing up again. 3 of Pentacles, Strength. Death. Like, you have it in you, Scorpio. They want me to tell you that you are one of the most powerful signs in the zodiac, and you have it. If there is somebody who has the strength to do it, it's you, Scorpio. Your life is all about transformation, and like, your life is the inspiration to other people. So, I mean, like, maybe reminding yourself about some of that can be helpful. Sometimes it can also be slightly depressing. I get it. Okay, so let's see. What are, like, I just want to see what are the energies that are coming in when it comes to love, because this kind of feels like this is more or less the energy that we've been picking up on the last few reads this week. This seems like the theme of this week, the week of April 24th. The soulmate energy, happiness, timing, which is great, but I just know it in my gut that a lot of Scorpios watching are trying to get on board with this, but they're just like, but I'm not seeing it in the tactical sense. So either, like, I mean, thank you. Some of you are probably just taking my word for it, and taking our spirit team's word for it. But I think a lot of you need some evidence. You're just like, okay, this is great to know that the energies are so positive. And as you know, tarot is all about checking potential. So the potential for, like, awesomeness and love and all of that exists. But where is it in the tactile form? I bet a lot of you are like, dude, where is this? So let's see then what's coming in, spirit team. And I would like more like sort of tactile kind of messages on what's coming in, who's coming in, so that we have some evidence of how does this manifest for us in the physical world. Okay, it manifests for you in Nine of Cups. So a lot of celebration, happiness, maybe just enjoying life, like, maybe just taking a more lighthearted approach to things. That could be one way it shows up. Self-fulfillment, going within, enjoying your own company. I'm hearing the High Priestess, connecting back to your gut, connecting back to that scorpionic gut feel. What else? The Three of Wands. You're expanding. So because we saw the Two of Wands previously, I feel you will take a decision. And if there is something or something that you've been waiting for, because something feels hidden from you with the High Priestess, I think in the tactical form, what will happen is that either you'll just have that epiphany in your head that will make you feel better and make you feel self-fulfilled, or in the tactile sort of form, you'll actually be able to manifest what you've been manifesting, and that makes you really happy. Look at that Judgment. Could mean like somebody from the past, or just a situation or a cycle that is coming back around. I want to go one more. Nine of Cups, Temperance, High Priestess, Hierophant. Oh my God. So this is another couple, by the way. High Priestess and Hierophant are another, one of the divine counterparts in the tarot. This is more like a spiritual union, right? So the Emperor, Empress is a very like, the mother and father of the tarot. This is more like the spiritual mother and father of the tarot. So there's a divine kind of, wow, this is really cool actually. With the Temperance being here, with the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun. Wow. If there's one message I want you to take away from this reading, Scorpio, is that you are not alone in this. I literally feel that your spirit team, your faith, your higher self is so activated right now. And let me know in the comment section if you're feeling that, and whichever way. Maybe you're coming across a lot of synchronicities, a lot of coincidences, and you're like, oh, whoa, I was just talking about this person the other day, and then you run into them at the grocery store, or like I'm getting that kind of energy, that it's a little bit magical. And I think I've been using that word throughout this week for Scorpio readings. This all is giving me kind of like goosebumpy kind of vibes, like very magical. High Priestess, the Hierophant, like you meet somebody who's your spiritual partner. You could meet them at like a healing class or something. Some of you, could be tarot readers yourselves, and maybe like you've connected with a community, and that is making you really happy and healing you. What's the Three of Wands? The Ten of Swords. Yeah, you're moving away from this. Wow, I'm hearing that for some of you, you're actually waiting to close a cycle that you know is already done, but you've just let it linger on for too long in your life, with the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The World, the Eight of Pentacles, the Sun. The sun is really making an appearance in this reading. The world and the Wheel of Fortune typically always show up in the same spread. They always have the 4 fixed signs of Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. I feel like because we've also started Taurus season, there is something about a revelation or something coming through. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the romance angels and we'll go back to the tarot then. What are the messages you want the Scorpio collective to see? Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I think some of you have already been in this phase. You've been in that hermit mode, time out, trying to investigate, contemplate, evaluate everything that happened. And some of you might actually want to take a time out from somebody that you're with. Given you're going through such big karmic changes in your life, that might all be a bit of a shake-up, and you're like, okay, well, I need some time to kind of go through all of this. Yeah, it's time to take back control of your life. I think this card shows up a lot for our readings, the free yourself. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, and I feel the first segment of this reading, we focused a lot on timing because the Wheel of Fortune is here. Now, if there is one way that I could inspire hope in all of you watching is that even if you don't believe it at a very deep level, but even if you can try and believe it at a surface level, that there is this thing called divine timing. And when things are meant for you, that's when they show up. It'll just help you get more peace in your life. Because at least personally for me, when I started working with this principle of divine timing and things will come to me when I'm ready for them, just try it, okay? Like, let's say, unfortunately, if you're going through a really bad day and you're spiraling and you're getting all those anxious thoughts, try this, whatever it is, whatever your source of anxiety is, just try and convince yourself, even at a surface level, that the universe will only bring to me what is of the highest, greatest good for me. Now, whether you're in a deep, dark situation, whether you're in a happy situation, try to think of it that there has to be light at the end of the tunnel because I need to pass this one hurdle to get to this sunshine, to get to the happiness. And I know it's very hard to do, but I think in my moments of darkness, when I've tried this and worked with this concept of divine timing, it's always helped me feel a lot lighter, a lot like, okay, not everything is in my control, so I can go a little bit easy on myself because, hey, divine timing is at play. You can even use it at that surface level, right? That, okay, well, I can't really do much about it because it's divine timing at play. Start using it. If you want to experiment, start using it at that surface level. And then the 10th time you will use it at your surface level, something will shift in your consciousness. And you will suddenly be like, why do I question the rhythm of the universe? Why do I question nature? Do we ever question elements of nature? We don't. We just accept it as is, right? So why do human beings struggle so much in accepting the natural order of things? So I know I might be saying something controversial for some people here, and this says forgiving and learning. I think the person you need to forgive is yourself more than anyone else. Like, you're so hard on yourself for the lessons that perhaps you didn't learn fast enough, the people that you didn't release fast enough, or the people that you did release too fast. Just let it all go, Scorpio. Let it all go. There is a divine intervention coming your way, or it's already here. It'll all make sense in the near future, is what I'm guided to tell you. So I don't know if that was helpful or not for some of you, but I really think that it's just convincing yourself, like fake it till you make it sort of thing, convincing yourself of this major force in your life, which is the universe or divine timing. What is your advice? What is your advice for us? I'm just going to take one card and we read these cards intuitively. Just look at the image. Ooh, breathe. Oh my God, I don't think they could have summarized this reading any better. This is that relentless surrender, and when you think you've surrendered, surrender some more, like Gabby Bernstein says. Give in to the higher order. At least try it for 2 weeks and see what happens. Anytime you're spiraling or in a dark spot, just say, you know what, it's outside of my control. The universe is trying to bring something bigger and better into my life, and for that to be revealed to me, I just need to pass through this one step in this game of life. If you make it more like a game in your head that, wow, you know, I'm just the player in this game, but the moves and the episodes and the chapters of this game are orchestrated by someone else. Just see how your energy shifts. The energy of radical acceptance sets in, and suddenly you're like, okay, wow, this feels pretty good. Try it. So I hope I was able to connect with some of you or most of you. And if this reading resonated with you, please do hit that like button for me and subscribe to my channel. And I'll be back soon with another reading. Take care. Bye-bye.